This video will be about like many time parents meet with me and ask at what time the student should start preparing for competitive exams, at what age they should start preparing, in what class they should start preparing. Now, this is a question many parents wants to ask. Sometimes they ask, is it too late if I'm starting at, let's say, 11th standard, 12th standard? So we want to discuss about those questions. What's the right age to start? Right age to start preparing for the competitive exam, especially IIT, NEET, these kind of exams. Okay. This side Deepak and it's Lokesh sir. So Lokesh sir, what's the right age? So let's first discuss about what is happening currently. Then we can come back to what's the right age to start preparing. So what is happening currently, let's say all over India basis, when the student starts preparing, when they start going for the IIT, Olympiad,
Competitive.
and top rank, they start targeting.
So, sir, if you talk about the metro cities, etc., people are going, parents are forcing students to go from the 6th class onwards. And they are go in 6th class, start preparing, and in 12th class, give the exam. So, around, if you will see, there is for 6-7 years, they are preparing for.
So, 6th class, you said, like, let's talk about Kota, which is one of the big centers, apart from like Hyderabad, Vijayawada, Patna. Kota is one of the center. You belong to the Kota itself. So in Kota, if I talk about 6th standard, so like in Kota, at approximately how many kids will be living in the hostel and starts preparing from the 6th standard?
So 5 to 6,000 kids only in Kota, I'm talking, who are preparing for competitive exams from 6th class.
6th class, the foundation
And this
courses,
is only
target IIT, target NEET.
This is only a ratio I am giving. It's not exact also, but minimum more than 5,000 will be there.
More than 5,000 students.
Single
Kota
city.
itself, in the Kota itself, they are obviously from all over India. The parents are sending
All
and
the
they're living in
cities.
the hostel and all. And the same scenario will be there.
All
in
the
the
other cities also, like Sikar is there, Patna, Delhi, Bangalore also. Now Bangalore is also going with that.
So 6th standard, 5,000 kids start the physics from the 6th standard itself, actually. So when they will go for 7th standard, 8th standard, number will be increasing, obviously. Because
Every year,
some parents will be sending them 6th, then some
will
parents will
7th,
miss in the 6th, they will be sending in the 7th.
and 8th, and 10th mein to like it's full.
It's full.
Everyone will send.
1 lakh.
Obviously 1 lakh.
So 10th standard,
And I'm talking this point of view ki 10th mein every parent want. Maybe not in big coaching, but
I'm talking about Kota right now. Kota mein, how many kids in the 10th?
10th mein, sir, if I talk all the coachings comparing 1 lakh, sir. 80,000 to 1 lakh, all the coachings if I compare.
All the Kota or only all over India you're talking about?
I'm only talking Kota, sir. 80,000 to 1 lakh. Because in 10th class, I have seen, sir, big coachings, I don't want to take the name, but in each, there are around 10, 9 batches.
One center.
One center.
In
Kota. And there are so many coachings like that. It will be around 90,000 to 1 lakh will be their number.
So that's a huge number, actually, huge number.
In 10th class.
In 10th class. Starting from the 6th. So like 6th standard, as I know, like you also prepared from the 6th standard, but you did not live in the
house. I also live in my home, sir.
So you were in the Kota, your parents were living in the Kota itself.
Only.
You had your home itself there. So you started attending classes from 6th
standard.
So from your point of view, was that the right age?
So I will not say 100%, but yeah, for me, it was that time it was correct. I've started studying the things up. My base was good in 9th and 10th classes, and it will help me in the 11th.
I want to ask basically from the point of view of those 5,000 kids.
Sir, no, sir. Then I will say nahi.
Because that got it. You got it, so everything was great for you.
That is not
from
the right
5,000 students who started, who starts in the 6th standard.
Like from my point of view, that is not right age for all the students. It is for some maybe I'll say few, not some. Few.
Like in case when the student shows the interest, motivation is
everything
there,
is there. And in that I want to add one more thing. They are living with their parents, not hostel. Hostel, I always will say ki till the time if you can live at your home, that is a good option. If you can meet with the parents daily, that is also a good option.
So what was the shortcomings in the students you have seen who studied along with you? I'll not say they were your friend, but studied along with you. What were the problems they faced? First of all, how many got selected out of the
10%, sir?
10%.
Ratio is good actually compared to the all competition. It is
when
good.
We start here in the 11th standard, we have 35% selection ratio. So that 35%, that's what we are preparing for the 6th standard, only 10%
got selected. Finally, selected somewhere and they are a good place now.
Good place, basically. Good college they were able to get. And what happened with those
Others one.
90%?
So see, in this other one, there are some factors. We'll go one by one. First thing is a burnout.
Yeah, burnout is the very big thing.
From like you are
7 years.
7 to 8 years, because I'm assuming one drop on the. So 7 to 8 years you are giving and doing the same thing. And every year you have to with same focus to get to the final point. In between anywhere,
And starting at the age of 11.
10, 11 only. And between anywhere, if you have missed the focus in 8th class, 9th class, 10th class, you are gone.
And you're living in the hostel, and the very high chances
Of
for
distraction.
you to get.
Like, example, 10 students are there. I tell you 8 will get distracted. Only 2
We
will
cannot talk about what are the distractions in the Kota and these Hyderabad and all. We cannot talk about those, but there are a lot
of distractions. Lot of distractions are there. So first fact is burnout. They will definitely get burnout after 8 years. And only, if I'll tell you from that first point, only 60 people will be able to survive. Like example, 5,000 starting, 3,000 gone on in that process. That is a very long process. So after some will go after 8, some will go after 10 because they cannot do it. It's very difficult for them now.
For child, the burnout factor is there.
Second factor, if I'll tell you, the emotional support.
That is required. So, you cannot expect the 10-year-old kids to live in the hostel. Until unless basically the family situation is not good, where you're living there, the situation is not good, or there is a disturbed home. Home, nothing can replace the home.
Correct, sir.
Ultimately. And especially for the 10-year-old.
10-year-old kid.
I have a 10-year-old daughter, basically. She cannot sleep without her mother. She cannot sleep, basically. Simple. How can I expect at this age that I'll be sending a quota and she'll be looking
Ghar
at me
zaruri hai,
after
sir.
a year?
Her important है sir उस stage पे, और learnings are always there.
We hear the suicide rate. It's
the main reason, sir, because they are not emotionally connected to anyone. No one is there to listen to them.
the people are there, but nobody can replace the parents.
Nobody can replace the parents. Nobody can replace the old.
The people are there. When you pay them, they will
listen. Correct.
The moment you don't pay them, they will not listen. And their objective is not the well-being. Their objective is just so that the complaint should not
come. Correct.
The objective is not the solving the problem. The objective is the problem should not be seen.
I'll share my experience with about this only. In every coaching, there are this thing, the motivation things, etc. are there. But sir, the kid in that case, the kid doesn't need your motivation. They need to talk with someone. So that's one more thing. Emotional support will not be there.
It will not be there. And then there is one more factor I see, actually. Though we should not be talking about it, but there are some kids who are not made for study. There are some kids basically who are not made for study. If
someone has forced Sachin Tendulkar to study, so there will be no Sachin Tendulkar.
So Sachin will not be going for IIT and he will not be the cricketer. Nothing will be able to do. The thing is, there are some kids who are not made for study, but if they live at their home, they will be able to find the other passions.
That they have interested in some other things.
They might get the interest, they might become good in other things if they are not good at study. But if the same kid you send to the
hostel or sixth class
or sixth starts basically the factory setup. If you send them that the factory setup, they will not be learning. At the same time, they will not be able to gain something which they could have got if they would not have gone there.
A student, and I'll tell you the reality,
so
they lost themselves.
They have nothing basically. They will not be having anything. Those are the cases. Actually, we keep hearing the success stories, but nobody talk about the failed stories.
And if you tell you the failed stories are more compared to success stories. They are very
90% are not getting selection after studying 8 years. And you are including the repeat as well.
Everything.
You are including the repeat as well. So 6, I don't believe somebody is having the option, nearby option, or the interest.
Motivated, it's fine. You can go with it.
Force should not be done. Hostel, no.
I'll say state no for 6th
somebody living in the tier 2 city, tier 3 city,
for 6th class, I'll say no.
6th class is an issue.
Tier 2, tier 3, you can 8th class, 10th class, you can move, but 10-year-old kid or 11th-year-old kid.
Currently, what is happening in the India, 5,000 kids in the quota, and 25-30K all over India. They are living in the hostel from the 6th standard itself and preparing for
competitive exams
ultimately. So that situation is not good because these many people are not there. Hardly 10% will be getting selected, 90% basically will be having nowhere to go. Will be having nowhere to go. In Kota, I know people are running the tea shops, people are running the pawn shop. They are the people basically who came to Kota 10 years back.
Prepared for those the competitive exams and now no other option.
So they are basically
They have learned the
Well,
market at least. They are good in that.
so they are playing with the market. They're in the
Correct.
market now, basically. So now 6 is not good. Now, what about, according to you, what should be the right age?
So according to me,
Keeping in mind the competition is difficult, because the thing is, these 25,000 kids who are starting in 6, 10%,
they are very good.
10% will be giving the competition. 10% will be giving the competition. Keeping that in mind, because anybody who will be starting will be competing with these kids.
These kids.
So then,
According to me, 8th class is the best class to start for the competitive exams or for the Olympiads. Everything I am combining.
the foundation.
Foundation. 8th class is the best class. Reasons will be कि first reason, सबसे पहला reason it's good कि in 8th, 9th, 10th, these are 3 classes which make base for 11th and 12th
Yes,
class.
yes.
Everyone knows this, but no one want to follow. But this is the truth कि 8th, 9th, 10th, if you have done very good now, then 11th and 12th will be easy.
Because the science and the math is not good at the school, actually. So 8,
True.
9, 10, the some topics are there in the books, but the school, not even the best of the best schools, they don't invest much on the teachers, actually. The student who is supposed to learn things in the 8, 9, 10, they are not learning. At the same time, the exams are also there, Olympiad.
So in 8th, 9th, 10th class, if I'll tell you कि you are started from 8th class, then you can target the 9th and 10th class Olympiads, RMO and IJSO. Because for them, you don't need 1 year, you need a series of studies. It's not like today when you have
The
started
syllabus cannot be done in 1
in
year.
1 year. So it's 2 year actually, 2 to 3 year program you have to do to crack those Olympiads.
Even if they are not cracking, ultimately they
At
are
least
getting prepared for the
you will
11th.
get the rhythm to prepare for competitive. Because the more important thing is not thinking about ki you will get selected or not. More important thing is ki can you go through the process or not? Ki there is a
These
process.
students, basically, when they go through this process, 8, 9, 10,
It will
when the 11th will start.
it will be very much easier for them. They will not face any of the difficulty in following the process. Because process of competitive exam will be same only. So you have to read, you have to give exams, more exams you will fight, more practice.
The type of questions are there, application you have to learn.
That's it. So that process they will learn in the preparation of the competitive exams. And yes, if I talk about national Olympiad, NSO, etc., they can easily crack. They will
High chances are
high
there.
chances are.
Or you can say 90% students who are cracking these exams, they
Are actually these students only. 8, 9, 10 students who are preparing. They are the students who are cracking these NSOs, IMOs, all those things.
majority will be coming from the 8th standard. Those who started in the 8th, some
they
will
are-
be in the 9th as well, and some
exceptions are
exceptions.
always there. Sir.
Exceptions.
So main वही है कि 8th वाले क्रैक कर जाते हैं आखिरी में जाके. And one more thing I want to add कि whoever are preparing in 8th, 9th and 10th class, their base studies are very good. So 11th and if I talk about exam IGSO, IGS exam में everything is there. 11th, 12th, portion, everything.
Yeah.
So in 11th and 12th, actually they are doing the build-up part. So for advanced, about top 100 ranks, if I talk, maximum people are those who are preparing for mid class.
That's fact, actually. Top, not just 100, actually. 1,000, if you see, 67% students are those who are
preparing for early preparation.
early preparation. So that's a rush. So preparing early, there is a chance for burnout, but there's a very high chance for selection as well. But 600 is not a good age. So what about sending that kid in 8th standard to the hostel?
Sir, still I will not say 100% yes. If the conditions are like that, कि नहीं घर में problem है, नहीं रख पा रहे हैं यहाँ पे, there are other issues, the different family, different things are there. So then you can go for that. But
in the 8th standard kid is like,
and one more thing, sir. Nowadays, some institutes are following this jailbreak thing. So I want to tell you that not in those type of hostels.
factory model.
Not in those type of see like morning 9 to night 9 and logged inside the cage. No.
Yeah, I generally tell the parents when they ask me, sir, what do you mean by factory model or what do you mean by jail? So how to know? So I tell them basically when you go for a hostel or any coaching institute or any institute basically, which is having the hostel facility, if they start telling you the minute detail of the activity, say 7 o'clock, this one will get up, 7:30, they will have the breakfast, 8 o'clock, this will done, 9 o'clock, this will be done, 12 o'clock, this will be done. The moment they start explaining you the things in this way,
mean that is a jail. It's a jail. Because and you yourself
then they ask me, which is good one. If you are going for a place and the people are saying 9 to 3 classes will be there,
after that
and before 9, they will be in the hostel doing whatever they want
to And after 3 also they
the
can,
hostel, because
they can,
security is a must.
and they can like example hostel mein they can play as well. It's like basic play, like something is
So
are there.
after 3, they will
Some
be in the
recreation,
hostel.
recreation
But
things are there.
what they will do, the institute have not defined.
Yeah. CCTV नहीं है उनके ऊपर.
CCTV.
Like they can do whatever they
So
want to do.
simple here. If I want to put a CCTV,
Uh,
CCTV is put up for the criminals.
Correct. So
You
they
cannot put the CCTV for somebody you want to become. You want to
them
want
to
to
become.
become the ideal. They will always repel. The high IQ will never follow the process.
Correct. Obviously,
They break the process.
this is the main.
They will do when and what they want to do. High IQ. They have to be driven for cracking these exams ultimately.
Correct stuff.
But then you have to send for the hostel, look for the hostel, which provide the security, but does not decide the
Times of
and
what
the
they have to
activity
do.
of the student. If that kind of institute you find, in that case, you can take a
Fine.
chance.
But not jail things.
Jail.
I'll not suggest in 8th class also, in 10th class, I'll not suggest that those.
Because the thing is, sir, what happened when we hear the story, every story is paid by somebody. There's no story which is without pay. There is no story in the media, social media, or newspaper which is not paid. Any story, it is paid by somebody. People don't pay for the bad stories.
Although obviously.
They always pay the success stories. They'll always focus on the part where they got the success. Nobody will be focusing about what has happened for the 90% students.
Other kids.
I did not wanted to discuss, but as you discussed about one of your friend, basically who was a batchmate,
Yeah.
so along with you itself,
Yeah.
nobody will be discussing about that
That
kid.
kid.
The kid who died, who did the suicide while preparing, despite getting the selection on Olympiad.
He was a like guy who was not selection, but we failed actually in 3rd or 4th level of Olympiad.
That's just going in the first level itself is the selection.
That is the IGS for like international exams.
That itself is a very big event. The thing is, the parents send him to the place where he will be studying, but nobody prepared him for the mental thing because the parents were supposed to prepare. The father is required to tell the kid that, beta, if nothing will happen, I'm there. Parents are required. But since nobody was there and he was like narrow focused about
14-year, 15-year-old
kid.
And at that time, sir, you can't think much.
Yeah. And nobody will be doing the marketing for that. Nobody will be paying for that and that news to come out. So those are the things basically. Hostels should be avoided. It should be avoided. If the situation is at home, is such that you have to do. In that case, basically
choose those.
Choose the hostels or choose the residential program, basically where the each and every activity is not defined. However, intention activity is, it should not be defined. Because if you are defining the activity, the time and the activity, then you are treating the kid as a criminal.
Machine or something like robot.
Like 5 to 6 yoga hoga. It happens in the jail as well. In the jail also, the 5 to 6 yoga time. People will come, they will sit and they will do the yoga.
Like this time, food time. Exact 7:30 to 7:45.
So that kind of thing we should be avoiding, because ultimately the kid is yours. Nobody can take care of your kid as you can. However bad you are in handling your kid, you will be the best compared to other people. So the right age, according to you, 8. 8 is the right. Hostel is avoided.
Hostel is not. So not live. If I give my examples, I used to live in my home. Yeah. You can live at your home. You can, and always. I never say कि you
घर पे रहने पे मम्मा पापा की एक बार डांट पड़ जाती है, प्रेशर डाउन हो जाता है.
बहुत सही रहता है, because we know कि anything happens, they're there.
Yeah,
they're there for us.
So the thing is, scolded, we get to know we have punishment.
And one more thing, like what I have observed, कि people are running to the hostel, etc. कि in their places like tier 2 or tier 3 cities, they don't have big coaching institutes. And I always say, don't run behind the big coaching institute. Always.
So they're effective model.
They are a factory model thing, and still he said you have to make your kids study. That's usual. Teachers are always there. So like you can in any of the tier 2 city also, tier 3 cities also, teach good teachers you can get.
Yeah.
And you don't have to let them run behind the big institutes. Like you will send to the different cities,
because they will be telling you how many got selected. They'll never be talking
how many got failed. So
the student basically who are preparing for 6th standard, if that selection ratio is 10%, then how bad the ratio will be for the 1 year and 2 year program? How bad the ratio will be?
I can tell it's less than 0.1%.
Basically, we know how it is happening things, but ultimately it's your kid. So according to us,
8 is the perfect.
8 is a good one. 9th also is good actually.
9, 8, 9 are good. Perfect
The
age
thing
to
is,
start.
before going to the 11th standard, even if 1 year preparation if the student is
Yes.
able to do, the
That's the
11th will be
best
much
thing.
easier.
Yeah.
11th will be much
Quite
easier.
easier.
If
And
they start at 8th standard, they'll have some exams to
yeah.
qualify.
And they can, one more thing, they start at 8th standard, the target in the final competitive exams will be top 100 lines they can do.
Yeah, they can target those ends. Okay, so I hope we discussed
The major thing.
major things about it. We might be wrong as well in our assessment. So it's our subjective assessment ultimately. Right?
Based on
So,
experiences. What
experience
we
only.
got from people's, what we have done, everything of that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.